Yo YouTube, welcome back to another video. I know it's been a long while since the last video, like maybe like 2-3 days, and it was a tournament strat, and I wanted to get another video in between, but I've been quite busy with the other stuff, so yeah, I haven't been able to actually make the video. But it was pretty much going to be a video of me just speedrunning Naruto and seeing how quick I can get Naruto evolved. But I guess I'll do that later on, maybe post update, I don't know. But if update has like better units than Naruto, then I guess there'll be no point of that, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, pretty much as the team stuff is the exact same team and the exact same familiars and memorials as the last strat. And you can see that I did manage to get, how what was the initial strat? Initial strat was, let me give me a second. Initial strat was 443 billion. So I've got 60 billion more damage. So that just proves that I did things a lot better, and this team is good enough to get you like the full 20 minutes, because I was at like 10 seconds left. So if you manage things better, you can easily do the full 20 minutes. So let me just run you guys through this, because if you guys haven't seen it, I might as well just showcase to you guys what it is. So right here, so Burb, C2 Doctor, Burb, Vanguard Familiar, and then I know a lot of you guys have Contagious. If you guys have that, just keep it. The only reason I'm keeping Divinity is because I got it very early on, so that's the only reason for that. I just want to notify you guys for that. Then his own memorial with Deadeye, you guys can run Divinity or Deadeye, up to you if you want. Then for Uma, it's very important that you run the Beast King evolved with Divinity. Divinity is the best one for Uma, because I think someone showed me the damage difference between Divinity and Deadeye, and even the damage that like Deadeye, Kaido Memori has like 11 to 12k damage, and then Divinity has 17k damage, so it's just like a lot more, you know what I mean? And then for Jiraiya, I'm running his own Memorial with Solar. Then I'm running Peak of Shinobi with Divinity on, of course, Madara, and then Divinity Ichigo for Ichigo. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the team sub. Let's just get into the run, and I wish you guys the best of luck. Alright, so pretty much most of the strat is very much the same. There's one thing that I did mention in the last strat that I did do in this strat. So pretty much, yeah. You know how I usually use Naruto and ninjutsu him onto Madara? When doing that, I also sell my Jiraiya. So I basically have 3 units at once. So it places down Madara, who's doing the stun, places down Jiraiya, who does the full AoE slow, and then of course Naruto for his insane DPS. So as you can see, make sure you do your Uma stats correctly, because I did miss one wave in this run, and I also had a lot of failures, so it could have been a lot better in terms of like the Uma stats. But pretty much, yeah, the same beginning. You place your Yamamoto up front. You also utilize Jiraiya's passive to max upgrade all your ninjutsu units. So just keep swapping between the Jiraiyas, just ninjutsuing them onto each other, and that's it. The strat won't really be too different. You'll see what I mean. Like, it's pretty much the same strat, but of course improved a lot, because I did manage to survive for 50 more seconds, which is like a lot of damage, you know, because it put me up to like 500 billion. And you can see on the top of the screen is 443 billion before. And yeah, to be honest, the strat is pretty much AFK. You can see what I'm doing. You just do Uma stats, you max upgrade your Ichigo, your Moto, and Uma, and utilize ninjutsu to max out all your ninjutsu units. That's all you have to really do. I only speak much in the strat, only when I need to, like around like wave 30 plus. But yeah, for now it should be easy to follow. Okay, so from here I'll be speaking onwards. So pretty much, you can see I have my Yamamoto maxed out. Ichigo placed down at the very front of the enemy spawn, also maxed out. And you want two Jiraiya's placed down. One hitting the enemy spawn, so you can see at the very top of my screen, next to the high score part. There's one Jiraiya placed down there. And on the far right, there's one more placed down. So he's hitting strongest enemies. I'll send strongest. And what you're doing here is you're making sure every 10 seconds, so you see the ninjutsu cooldown on the bottom left, you pretty much just ninjutsu every 10 seconds. And that way you can get the stun from the slumber and also the full AoE slow. And I know a lot of you guys, I mean, I've seen a few comments. One guy said to use shift lock, and even though I have shift lock equipped, if I use my left shift button or right shift button, it just makes me sprint. It doesn't actually use shift lock for me. I don't know why. Might just be a keyboard issue or PC, not PC, but like a Roblox issue. I don't know. But that's the reason I keep like reposition myself by zooming in. But you don't really have to follow this boss as much because you've got a shitload of summons at the back and it should deal with it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I'm doing. Selling my Jiraiya, selling my Naruto, and then ninjutsuing my Naruto onto the Madara. That way I get a full AoE slow, full map stun, and of course just Naruto's DPS. But yeah, that's pretty much what you're doing for until like wave 40, because the wave 40 boss causes you to follow him because it has a lot of HP. So you need to follow the wave 40 boss to kill it off. But as long as you've managed things perfectly here, you want to keep as little to like less than 5 leaks, 10 leaks. As long as the 4 demons are the only ones leaking, that's fine. And they're the ones that should be leaking because they have solidified, meaning that even though we have nullified, we can't really nullify the overshield they have. So they have solidified, plus 100% overshield, plus they just have a lot of HP, so yeah, it's kind of frustrating. What's frustrating about this spot, you can probably move your Madara slightly up, because you'll see at times it gets like covered by the truck, and you'd have to use the unit manager to find it. But right now I do have a few leaks, but it's not too bad, you know. It's fine at all. As long as you're ninjutsu spamming every 10 seconds, that's all that matters, because it allows you to stun the guys that are even back there. And when you apply slumber to them, the stun from slumber basically, it gets you that full map burn, so it's pretty nice. You're applying burn damage to them. And I don't really follow them at all, I let them do the thing. We have a lot of summons at the back, because our Yamamoto is on an auto ability. So as long as you do your Uma stats correctly, you should be fine. You see my one got up at wave 40, your one should be up at like wave 37, wave 38 ideally. That way you will have less leaks, of course. But yeah, you'll see things are perfectly fine. And here I accidentally ninjutsu'd onto my Jiraiya, but that's fine. As long as you're following the pattern of selling your Jiraiya first, then ninjutsu your Naruto onto the Madara. That way you get like both units at the same time. Oh, smells like something's burning around me, bro. Shit stinks. And yeah, this is the way you have to focus, you know. You got Arki right here, and you can see I couldn't find my Madara because he was flipping stuck behind the shit. But you wanna kill this Arki, you have to follow him, so make sure you're following him the whole way through. And make sure you keep ninjutsuing every 10 seconds to get that slumber stun in. It's very important. So as you can see, I sold my Madara, placed them back here. And I also sold my Naruto. Look for the one that says doesn't have clone on top of it and use that to ninjutsu. And this way you can slow it, plus provide a lot of DPS onto it. And you can see I'm going to sell the Jiraiya that did get placed down, just to follow the boss, just to get some slow on him at all times. And then I'll use the ninjutsu again, just to make sure I get that stun going. And yeah, here we're utilizing the slow from Jiraiya just to keep these guys slow and of course provide as much damage as we can to them. And at this point what I'm going to be doing is selling my Madara and placing him at the back just so I can deal with the leaks at the back. So same thing again, so my Jiraiya and Naruto, and we just stay at the back now the whole time. What you can do is when you place your Jiraiya, you can set him to last. So when he gets placed by the ninjutsu, set him to last, just so these guys that are rolling in are also getting slowed. And you just keep doing it every 10 seconds. And you still have a lot of summons. It's not as much as you ideally want, but it's still useful to have. And here you want to be surviving as long as possible. If you can get up to like wave 53, I think I got up to wave 52. If you can get up to wave 53, it's perfect. And yeah, all you have to do is make sure you're doing this non-stop, man. That's all that matters. And keep attacking the ones at the front. And you just keep attacking these guys until you can't. You eventually just die to them. And that way Ichigo will just revive. Like, I think I did make it to wave 53, but you want to make it to wave 54 ideally. And here I sell all my units from the back and move them to the front because Ichigo's pull is going to happen, and I just utilize Naruto again and just damage these guys as much. These fast guys at the front should just die because they have very low HP. The 4 demons are the ones that are going to cause you issues. And ideally in this run, you want to be down to the boss only, so make sure you're slowing the boss at all times. I have a brief period here where I don't slow the boss, so it means that I could have went the full 20 minutes. So you can see the boss is at the front right now, on the right. And you want to be making sure you're slowing it. So ideally stay in the spot and just slow it, which is what I wasn't able to do. So I do the same thing again. One more slow from there, and then I just use my Jiraiya to follow it. So much Jiraiya that is on first targeting, just to slow the boss. You want to make sure this boss is slow at all times. And yeah, here I do the same thing again, move my Madara to the back, just so I can get that full AoE slow going. And you make sure you just keep slowing this boss. That's all that matters. While providing some damage onto these NPCs. And what I do here is I just place my Jiraiya at the back just to slow this boss. So I place Jiraiya there, and then I just set him to the back. And here you can keep ninjutsuing just to make sure you get the damage in. And just focus the front. And after like a few seconds you just keep a watch on the boss, and then you just use Madara's nuke eventually. And that's pretty much it for the strat. So if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.